And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and here we are. We're not women after all.
Well, we showed y'all a sneak peek of what we got on here.
That's right. Two lovely ladies up and coming. We're going to find out about the junior auxiliary. All that's on the way. I do have the feeling that I'm going to have to go to the back of the Tahoe and dig out my other cowboy hat because I think it's going to flood.
Yeah, that one, you don't want to ruin that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put on the one that's already got a bend in it.
We're going to have to get you one of them shower caps for a cowboy hat.
I ain't going to say what that looks like, but I do.
Well, now everybody else knows.
After you learn two or three of these, you learn real quick that you ought to do something.
You put some flake seal on it. Then you wouldn't get no air out.
Ooh. And this is what we're talking about. Let's look at radar and show everybody what is developing and coming today. Here's what we have as we go over to Meridian Honda radar. Let me hit the right button. There it is. As you'll see here, we got a large line of thunderstorms that are occurring in Vicksburg now. This is not what's going to bother you later. This is just the first line. We'll have another round moving in somewhere around noon today until 3 a.m. Anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain. Did you get that?
Yeah.
2 to 4.
2 to 4 inches of rain.
Kosciuszko, it's raining heavy in those areas. They're moving in on Starkville. If you're there watching this morning, got kids, keep in mind that that's going to be rough there. Now, let's go ahead and look at this severe. We talked about this earlier. Here's our severe line that we're looking at for today. They've moved this a little bit here in the last few moments. As we'll see here, they've defined this line in the last 15 minutes.
It keeps moving north.
Yeah, now Kemper County actually has come south. It was all the way up here at level 2 a while ago, and they've dropped it. And they've moved this down to about midway, right across Porterville, due south. Let's turn on location so we can actually see where it is. And we're right there. Here's Baca Valley. This is going to be right as you're coming into the scuba area on the outskirts there where Midland Manufacturing used to be. The furniture, T's Furniture Factory, y'all remember that?
Yeah, the big place.
Yeah. Right there is where that's going to come across to DeKalb at Cleveland, make its way over to Tucker, and west over here. Right here it's going to cut across at Rosebud Quick Stop. As we look at these areas there in Carthage, all of Lauderdale County is going to be included in this, Clark County. And again, we expect the worst to be right about here. Matter of fact, Odie, let's go ahead and look at our tornadic activity of what they're telling us. Let's go to severe and tornado activity for today. And here's that line. Anywhere in this brown area, you could see tornadic activity from Nacogdoches, Texas, through Natchez, Mississippi over here. But again, we're going to watch this right here at that Meridian line, I-20 and southward toward, the Clarkdale area. Well, you can say the T word, and anybody that lives in Clarkdale goes, ooh.
It's a pucker factor over there.
It is.
You know, now AT&T was on site yesterday. They were finishing up some stuff with the new radar, getting all that set together. So hopefully we are on the downslide. I don't think it's going to be today, but we're getting closer to this brand new radar being set up. Give us ground level radar up to 8,000, and the National Weather Service pick up at 8,000 and go up. This will be a game changer.
Wait a minute, I just got a text that I need to straighten my collar.
We're used to that by now.
It ain't working right. How do you, wait a minute, let's move this here.
We call them irons.
I ain't got one apparently. All right, I can't do that right.
I didn't. That's good.
That's going to have to work. I'm going to have to have the Elvis.
Well, you got one button and one not.
Yeah, that's what's wrong. How'd this happen? Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's okay. We even get dressed on this show.
I don't know how that happened. Hush, Greg.
You never know what you're going to see on this here show. Yeah, just got out of bed.
Our problem is we don't have those fashion designers that lead us in and powder us before we get here.
No makeup artist.
We don't even have a mirror.
Now that you say that, that's
It is a
about
good
right.
thing. We mentioned the ladies auxiliary.
mate.
The junior, the ladies is what I meant by that. Our special guests. Well, let's hit a camera here and let's get this place looking better.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all doing? Get a little closer to your mic there. Yeah, so we'll be able to hear you. Now, this is coming up March 18th.
Yes, Monday, March 18th.
Now, how does it work? What do we do?
You show up.
Okay, and then what?
But you can pre-register. So we have a QR code on all of our flyers, which are all around town and on our Facebook. But you come in, you sign in, we have dinner, we have crumble cookies, and we are going to have different art forms spread out, and we just want everyone to be able to express their inner artist.
Our inner what?
Artist.
Oh, artist.
Inner artist.
I had
It's
to
an
make,
art event, if you didn't know by the name.
I didn't understand. My apologies on that. So you come. How long does the event last? What goes on during? Give me some examples. What will be going on after you get there?
We have different stations. Music is a form of art. We have dance. We have Taylor with Hobbies Galore by Taylor. She's coming in to teach a dance to the kids. We have 2 local musicians coming in. We also have one of our own JA members. She's going to be showing the kids how to paint on a canvas.
Oh.
So depending on how long you take at each station, could take about an hour, hour and a half.
So you go through each one.
Right, yes.
Howdy.
So you move along, and this event is completely free of charge, and each participant will leave there with their own piece of art on a canvas, as well as a few other little items they've created throughout the event.
And this is 3 to what?
4 to 7.
4 to 7 years
4
old.
to 7.
Oh, 4 to 7.
yes.
I'm in ages
Yes.
as in children.
Yes, 3 to 18. However, we're
18.
not going to turn anyone away at the door.
Now the time is
4 to 7.
look here.
4 to 7.
Too
And
many
now,
numbers.
For our viewers out there who are like Greg, that's not real sure what a QR code is. So how to register with that? So if they find a flyer, how do they go about registering with a QR code?
We can actually hold it up to. Let's just click this.
If
Make that
you
bigger.
have a QR code, you just hold your phone camera right up to it, and it's going to take you to the link. But you can also go to the Junior Auxiliary Facebook and register through that.
Look, I tried that in
So
church.
there
a
you
few
go.
weeks
Run up
ago.
there to your TV and hit that QR code real quick.
There you go, and it'll take you directly to the page there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So-
if you don't sign up, you can just register there. That's not a problem.
No big deal.
Okay.
Right, no big
But
deal.
we really, really want you to register.
We would love for you to register. That way we know exactly how many pieces of pizza to have, drinks, and like she said, crumble cookie. We're going to have crumble cookie for everybody. So it just gives us a
Crumble
better
cookie.
number to know.
Them things is thick.
We're 10 days away from the event.
Yes.
And how many adults help out with this? It goes. I know there's a lot that goes on. People don't realize just how much work goes on. How many folks y'all got behind the scenes helping you?
Gosh, probably close to 40.
Yeah, so all of Junior Auxiliary is going to help. But 14 of us planned this. It's our provisional project, so it's our first year. You do a project, so 14 of us are the brains behind it.
And let me tell
Okay.
y'all something. Don't be fooled. Brother Ben, whose church y'all going to be doing this, he plays banjo. Y'all should have him out as one of the examples here of teaching the kids. He's good at it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he can cut a rug with a banjo.
We've got some space, so you can pop on back.
Yes.
We're
Trying to
happy
help out
great.
where we can.
We're
Yeah.
happy to have him.
All right. Again, a telephone number. Any other way that we can get in touch with y'all to sign up for this?
Just inbox the Facebook page.
All right, and there it is right here. Let me
Yes.
back out and show this again where everybody can take a look at this. This is where you go and what you do on Facebook. You can go right here. Let's go to the top of the page here. Learn more about the bunnies there, and that's what it looks like. Look for that crown and go right to it, and you can sign up for it. We can't thank y'all enough for coming in and staying with us a few moments this morning. Tell us about this.
Well, thank you so much
Where
for having
where y'all off to next?
work.
Oh,
Word.
I'm trying to talk her into going to eat breakfast with me.
I'm for breakfast. Breakfast, then work.
it is good there.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all again for coming in. We invite you out. It's March 18th is the big event there in Collinsville. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Appreciate you. Again, Scotty Ray and Odie, as we begin this morning, a wet
Yeah.
day ahead of you. Make absolutely sure that you've got an umbrella to carry with you somewhere today.
You're going to need one.
Yes, you are. Get your birthdays, anniversaries into us. We're going to be giving away a coffee mug here in a little bit from Hyundai of Meridian.
Yeah, y'all get a chance to get your coffee mug, Scotty Ray Report, and Hyundai of Meridian. So send those names and ages to us.
All right, we'll be right back with headlines. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Backcountry RV is your trusted RV dealer. Come see the big changes to their location on the 45 bypass. Not only will you find a great selection of RVs, but now you have a more convenient location for all your service and parts needs. Ask about rebates and specials. Backcountry RV is your local authorized Jayco dealer. You can feel the difference in a Jayco. Your trusted RV dealer in this area. Backcountry RV. Exit 157A off I-20 on the 45 bypass.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
I know the county.
Wait a minute. Let me back up. I didn't have the mic on. Let me back up. Our first question comes in from Greg this morning, and the question is, how do you dispose of furniture? Where do you go drop it off if you've got some old furniture?
Well, I believe you can carry it out to the landfill on, what's the name of that road, Odie?
Well, you've got
Murphy Road.
You've got Murphy. You've got that landfill. But if you take it to your particular barn that's in your area, your county work area, they've got a big box that you can
Southeast Middle School, I believe, and then up by West Lauderdale is one.
As long as you live in Lauderdale County.
In Lauderdale, kind of by the railroad tracks, there's one. But now there are certain things you can dump there, and there's certain things you can't. So,
you have to wait till that once a year thing that they have to where you can dispose of the other stuff.
Yeah. Just read the rules and regulations on that one. I'm not real sure. But I know you can go out on Murphy Road, and I think they charge maybe by the pound or something like
by the
that.
tonnage. And then the same with if it is household furniture, stuff like that, you can go out Marion to JWC. Same thing there. They will take
That's right. They'll weigh you when you go in.
They'll weigh you when you go in, throw your stuff off. But it's got to be furniture, household stuff. It can't be any trash.
Nothing toxic, no paint, nothing like that. But
garbage.
JWC will take care of all that for you.
Yep. So go out there.
I think that's the first time that collar's been buttoned since I bought this shirt.
Well, you kind of look lopsided there for a minute.
I know. I'm sorry about that. We got it all straightened out there. So one of the first questions as we roll today, how's everything been this week, Greg?
Oh, man, everything's been wide open. I'm telling you. That's been the big joke at the office. We rotate being on call, and it's been my week.
And you've been busy.
I think I set a record this week.
Yeah,
I told Odie the other night about 9 o'clock, I said, not one, not two, but 3 18-wheeler wrecks at one time in Lauderdale County in the rain, one of them being a major hazmat incident. I said, yeah, it's been a busy week. Then I think we had a truckload of juice catch on fire.
How many gallons was it?
A lot of them. That really tickled me though, because you always got the naysayers and the haters that's got to make fun of stuff. And I thought, here's a man that's out here in the rain that's got 3 18-wheeler wrecks happening at one time.
That's right.
He's on one phone with DEQ. He's trying to let the community know where to go, where not to go, and to keep them safe.
Right.
And then you got some people that want to get on because he misspoke. But I'm sorry, the guy was wide open. He didn't know if he was coming or going. He looked like a stretch man Armstrong that had been pulled to the limit. But anyhow,
these are the folks that we live rent free in their head.
If you've never made a mistake, I'm so proud for you. I am. I'm proud for you. Somebody have referred, so I think the word idiot come out, and I thought, we're all idiots if you look at what we do for what we do it for, and we do it for you. Mostly for nothing, because we just want to help people.
That's true. Yeah.
And then you're criticized for it and made fun of. And I thought, well, hey, it is what it is. People like that, you just pray for them and move on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
These are people that can't even hold a job more than 3 years at a time without going somewhere else,
So, but I do. I think about, here's a man out here doing this. Boy, he is an idiot. And then I got to think, I've had 2 heart attacks, 2 back surgeries, 2 hernias, and I'm out here doing this. I'm an idiot too. And I looked over there, and there was the fire coordinator, and I thought, he'll come help you if your child's lost or if your house is on fire. He's an idiot too. And then I looked up there, and there was 2 fire chiefs. There's the county mechanic, and there's the guy that works in our front office, and he's a fire chief. And I thought, and he's got a fire department in his yard. I said, he goes to everything. I said, boy, they're idiots too. I said, we're some idiots. But you know something? We idiots that love you, and we want to help the community and give
Absolutely.
back.
And we love what we do.
Throw it at us, we good. Ain't no problem. We can take it.
I don't mind living rent free in your head all day long. Scotty lives rent free in people's heads.
Then I thought, well, he's turned into an idiot too, because here he is out here on the interstate, people running 85 miles an hour in the rain, and he's out here trying to film to let the public know the news. And if you don't know it, he don't get paid by the story. He's out here because he cares about his community, and he's trying to report where you need to go, where you don't need to go, and what's actually going on. Here in our county, not somewhere else,
correct,
500 miles away. So therefore, you've earned your idiot degree too, Scotty Ray.
I need a plaque, Greg.
But we can't spell it. We're going to all come together and have a brain trust and see if we can figure out how to spell idiot. Because I even looked up the definition. I thought,
and there we were.
There we were. It was an 8 by 10 glossy. It had Alan, Charlie, Wayne, Scotty Ray, everybody. Odie was a top idiot though. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be his fault, whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? I can go to the wreck, but if I mess it up, I just kind of laugh it off. Hey, I work for Odie.
That's funny.
And that's true. To get it.
It's always the top guy who does get it, isn't it?
Yeah, people always say it goes downhill. No, it rolls uphill. Or I used to say it likes to roll to the middle, because the guy at the top's going to throw it down, the guy at the bottom's going to throw it up, and the poor old fella in the middle's going to catch it from both sides.
He sure is. We got a message as you were talking about all of that, and something coming up Tuesday we need to remind everybody about is the absentee voting through Saturday of this week, if I'm not mistaken. You can vote for it till then, right, Odie?
Saturday's the last day. That's it. So if you're going to do absentee, you better go on and get in there and get it done today and tomorrow.
Let's take a look at our sample ballot. We got one of these to pull up. Here it is on our webpage that you can go take a look at. Let's just click on this of what it will look like. It starts out here, right there. Up for president is going to be Donald J. Trump. And these here have already been thrown out, but the ballots are already done. They had not dropped out at that time, so they will remain on it. As you go here, this is for United States Senate. Whitaker, Don Eubanks, or Gannon Burton are up for this. Vote for who you want on that one. Let me back out here and
study who these people are before you just go say, oh, look up there.
That's right.
And fill in a gap. Find out who it is.
That and my mama always voted this party, or my daddy always voted this party.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. I don't care if you Democrat, Republican, Independent, space alien, what you are. Do your research and vote for the best candidate.
I agree with that. Now, on the Democrat side, we've got Joe. There's not much thinking on that part. He's the only one on the ballot on that. And then for Senate on the Democrat side is Ty Pinkins. Now, neither one of these are opposed on the Democrat side. So, again, pretty easy choice there if you're voting Democrat in this election. We'll see how it turns out.
Joyce, I do not think so. I believe that the voting absentee and all that is still at the old courthouse in Donna Jill's original office. They have not got everything switched over yet to do that at the new courthouse.
I think you're right.
So,
just knock 3 times on the window. She'll let you in. You hear Tony Orlando and Dawn song.
You talking about absentee? Did anybody watch TV last night?
Boy. I did not watch.
watched 30 minutes.
I couldn't. I just kept flipping. But from all the comments I got, I think that was the picture of absentee.
Well,
Yeah.
he did call the young girl that was killed by the immigrant.
Right.
He mispronounced her name. He kept calling her Lincoln all throughout it. Marjorie Taylor Greene even stood up and yelled the correct name, and he just kept right.
Well, but you got to remember, Lincoln was president when he first went to Washington.
That's true.
So that name just keeps popping in his
He
head.
can't shake it, can he?
Yeah.
Joe is 81. And you and I know this, Greg. I think all of us do in this room. There are some folks that are 80, 85, 90 that are quicker than folks that are in their 60s.
100% without a shadow of a doubt. I got an 85-year-old friend in the hospital right now, and I don't want to wrestle with him, and I don't want to race him.
Because he's quick.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's tough. So, yeah, age ain't got nothing to do with it.
There's certain people, and Joe is one of those. Did you see where the Gold Star dad was thrown out last night? I've never seen that happen in a State of the Union address, but he stood up and yelled, and they didn't he was arrested and taken out. A Gold Star dad.
I'm not a Biden supporter, but
I'm guessing.
I will say he should have been thrown out. There's a certain level of respect, regardless of who is the president.
I have to agree with you on that.
And again, like I said, I am not a Biden supporter. I wasn't an Obama supporter. But you know what? I would have stood up if the man walked in the room, and I'd have been quiet when he was talking, because that is the office of this land, of the United States president.
I have to agree with Greg on that. No matter who sits there, whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden,
That's
you
right.
have to pay respect to
If you don't
the
like
office.
it, change the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. He didn't have to come.
I changed the channel.
There you are.
I don't get that channel.
You don't get that channel. I remember as a kid, y'all remember that as a kid, it's not as important watching that kind of stuff. The older you get, those key words that are being said does affect your life. As a kid, it didn't. But the older we get, we realize those speeches of what's coming the following year and what's planned.
Yeah.
And, bets right now. Who's going to win?
Trump will win hands down, same as he did, 3 years ago.
Right.
But he'll never take office because they cheated it out the first. And again, here we go, but conspiracy. But I don't care. Trump won the vote 3 years ago. I believe that in my heart, and he'll win this time. But once they figured out how to rig it, and when all these dead people, my mom and daddy been dead for years, but ain't no doubt they'll vote 5 or 6 times Democrat. So once they figure it out, that's how it'll be.
Who do you think will win? Does he have a chance of going in office?
No.
Okay, there's a lot of folks saying no. I have heard that a lot.
They had, I don't know this, but I'm just going on to speculating. Look at him at all of his other speeches that he does and all that, and then look at him last night. And you tell me that he didn't have any help staying awake, and his eyes wasn't always there, and he looked like he'd been injected with some Botox to stretch his mouth out.
So you think he'd taken an
And,
extra Advil before he went up?
Oh, he took some extra something, in my opinion, and hyped him up a little bit, and he's not there. He's not president now, in my opinion.
Well, we all know that. There's people behind the scenes that probably fill out all the paperwork. give him his
Handlers.
agenda. Yeah, they're handlers, and they tell him where to go, what to do every day. Did you see this? Let's just say you get mad at your girlfriend, you break up, and you want to get back at her. They got an Idaho man that's probably going to go to jail over this for animal cruelty. He went and shot his girlfriend's horse.
No.
Yeah, I mean, how wrong can that be?
No. He deserves everything he gets.
And I think they should. That's just-
Old people, little children, and animals. That's where that's where it's at.
Greg?
I'm sorry. Anybody that'll mistreat old people, little children, and animals, they deserve what they get.
I'm thinking Tom T. Hall wrote a song about that, old dogs and children and watermelon
wine.
wine.
Well, I didn't get into the wine. It's one of them clean shows, but you know.
I have to agree with you on that 100% there. Coming up, we've got more. We'll tell you about some things that happened locally. That's all next at the Scotty Ray Report.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Here we go.
We had an accident yesterday afternoon. As usual, Highway 39 right there at the North Hills exit as we pull this up to take a look at some of the pictures from that accident. And there you see it. Let me zoom in on this a little bit closer there. As you can see, I think we even have some video from that accident yesterday. Let me hit play here and see if we can't pull this up. Yeah, here we are. This is the way it was going on yesterday as we get focused there. One of the cars that was involved in the accident and a pickup truck on the other side. Meridian Fire Department showed up to assist with all this, as they always do, and we do appreciate the hard work that they do behind. You have no idea what it's like to be, and I'm not even a fireman, and I've sat back at these scenes and watched this, from a car wreck to a baby getting lost to responding to help pick up someone to put them in an ambulance. Those guys are there. Greg, you see them. You watch them from your office all the time.
That's right. I mean, they and again, day, night, rain, sleep, snow, it don't matter. They're there. And
George Strait sang about that,
that's
too.
That's right. They're coming. I mean, I promise you, when the bell goes off, them guys, they on their way.
24 on, 24 off.
No, 48 on. 48 off.
They've changed it.
Yes, sir.
Well, I learned something this morning.
And they do. And again, when you look at what these men and women make, and again, it's a choice. Nobody has made you do this, but it's a passion that they want to help people.
That's right.
Hats off to them. They may be idiots too.
I think the world is full of that.
That's right.
But there's a lot of hard-working folks behind the scene that we all get caught up in our everyday life, and we don't see what others do sometimes until you need that service, and you go, wow.
Well, we take it for granted.
Yeah.
We're humans. We take it for granted. I'm sorry. I thought about it this morning. The garbage pickup. I take that for granted every week. I don't want to take just a second to wave at the guy. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Slow down, show a little respect, because he's having to cross that road back and it's dangerous.
And it don't hurt at Christmas to leave him a little happy.
That's
does it?
exactly right.
But on the hot days, leave him some water.
We know what it's like in traffic in with these accidents and stuff. Well, you think about that guy getting these blue cans and he's back and forth. This guy works it's his job. He gets paid for it. He goes above and beyond in my book.
I agree.
Cold, wet, he's hanging on the back of that
we
thing.
take that for granted because let him not show up.
Yeah.
He can show up 51 times in a row and you ain't going to say nothing. But you come home and your garbage is still in the can and you going to call Kyle Rutledge and Rush Matt and everybody else. Well, he don't never get credit for the 51 times he got it right.
That's right. It's that one time he didn't show.
That's right.
Greg's got a point on that. Look, we had the tour this week. We have been everywhere, and again, Southeast is on the schedule for today. We were supposed to go to Crestwood, but with the weather, I'm not sure we could fit the time in, but we're going to try. Let's see. Let's start out at, where were we at? This first one is going to be the kindergarten class at Clarkdale Elementary.
You went to
Clarkdale. Here's some pictures of the kids here as we read. That was fun.
That's me old alma mater.
That's right. You did go there, did you?
Yes, that was my senior year, kindergarten.
Done pretty
First
good
and
there.
last.
And a big thank you to all the kids there. They came out and First Mississippi Federal Credit Union done some reading as well. Wait a here. I got some more here. Here's some more. Let's go. Where is this? Yeah, here's some more pictures here. Let's show here from there. A lot of teachers. I'm telling you, boy, they go above and beyond, too. We took pictures outside and happened to bump into her. Oh, Steph, she was out and about.
Ain't she sweet?
She is. She's very sweet. And then, lo and behold, who is this in the background in Enterprise, Mississippi? It looks like Odie.
Let me tell y'all something.
There he is. It's done got thick about right here.
If y'all hadn't read Mr. Fox,
Mr. Fox is pretty
y'all
tough.
try that Mr. Fox deal. And,
The kids really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun there as the kids were doing this. And that Mr. Fox book that he just brought up, let me tell you, Greg, that was some kind of a book.
Really?
It gets to repeating. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah,
And-
he showed me a little while ago, and I thought it was a roadside sobriety test if you could read it. I thought, I ain't no way to read this.
I am no good at tongue twisters. I can't do it. That Peter Piper, I ain't even going to go
Pick
there.
to peck of pickle peppers.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you will Google the hardest one, I talked Tyson into doing that one time. Pretty doggone tough.
Yes.
It is. Hey, let's go over to the U.S. Capitol. Let's take a look here as we go over. Billy Adam Calvert had Lamar students show up. This is the fourth grade class of Lamar, showed up to the Capitol for a tour. We appreciate him doing that.
State Capitol?
State Capitol of Mississippi, there in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey, Mr. Tate standing there.
It sure is. Jeff hiding out there.
That's right.
So, if I'm not mistaken, is that Mr. Lacey, Judge Lacey in the back? I believe
Very
so.
well could be.
I believe it is.
He's grinning like he's eating a Subway.
So a big thank you for them to showing that to the kids. We do appreciate that. That's a fun thing. I never got to do that when I was in school. We never went over to the Capitol. So there we go. Up and coming, we're going to go back in history. If you hadn't gotten your birthday into us, do so now. I almost said a telephone number. It was drilled in my head when I say that line. It was close on that one.
we got some. We'll go ahead and get out because
Okay.
Nelda Dearman is having a birthday. Nancy Abel's going to have a birthday tomorrow. Fallon J is 24. Paul and Cindy Blackwell's having their 29th anniversary Sunday. Rodney and Cassie Wing is having their 17th anniversary Sunday.
Seems like yesterday he told me he'd gotten spinners on his mobile home.
Oh, so they can get going down the road. Now we know where they're going. Greg Cox is having a birthday. Amanda Scott is having a birthday, and Jeremy Wooldridge is having a birthday.
I
Man.
wasn't lying about that. When Rodney first bought his double wide, he said, "Man, I went over to Mars," and he said, "Man, they threw in some spinners on it." that is
If you buy that now in the next 24 hours,
That's right.
that always stuck with me when Rodney said that. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray along with Odie, and Greg's in the house with us this Friday morning. The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler, Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles, a GMC Denali, or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Oh, I'm back.
We're back
again.
We're back. I was sitting here on this first thing that happened in History Day. It was somebody famous, and for the life of me, I'm going blank who it was that went and auditioned for the part, and they didn't get it. And I've often thought, how would that have turned? And I can't remember who it is all of a sudden. You remember watching, well, on a desert island there, they were stranded for how many years?
Gilligan, yeah.
Gilligan.
Yeah.
But who was it? Of course, Alan Hale ended up being the skipper. Was it Jackie Gleason?
Oh,
that
it'd still be on if Jackie Gleason would have got it. Nice lady.
I really think I'm leaning that way.
Oh yeah, it'd still be prime time.
That was a good line, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
I remember reading something that Jackie did, and I can't remember the name of the show, but he signed on for it, and it was a live show, and it was horrible.
The Hunt?
Yes. Yeah.
And then he come out, and what did he do, Greg?
He come out and apologized. I read about this here. I can read too, Odie. He came out and they told him, "You're not going to do that." He said, "Oh, yes, I am." And he spent the 30-minute segment apologizing for how bad that show was.
No one else could pull that off.
And it was said nobody could have done that and got by with it, and the ratings skyrocketed. I mean,
he told the truth.
The guy, he just come out and he said, "Look, we messed up. It was some kind of live show." And anytime you're doing live, as example here, things don't always go as planned. Stuff kind of slips out or slips up.
Yep.
Well, he went on and apologized for 30 minutes.
And it worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Let's go to 1939. This guy was a part of the, did you ever watch Pulp Fiction?
No.
I
tried to, but
didn't like it?
no.
What's his name? A Die Hard guy. What's his?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is sitting at the red light, and he's the guy walks in front of his car, and they're playing "Flowers on the Wall." That don't bother me at all. Lou DeWitt was a part of that group of the Statler brothers, if y'all remember. He was one of the original members there. He was born on this date, and the Statler brothers were big. And they wore these awful suits that matched back in the 70s. The group would.
Oh boy.
Continue on. That's what happened today with Lou DeWitt. You remember Lou?
Yes, but I was trying to think of the guy's name that used to make the ugly suits.
Nudie.
Was it Nudie?
Nudie.
That's it. That's it. He did Porter Wagner, George Jones,
did.
Hank Williams Jr. had some
Put
stuff.
the high inside the jacket.
That's right.
Let's go back to this part of the Monkees. I was never a big fan of the Monkees show, but this guy was born on this day. Mickey, remember him?
No.
Yeah. They done strange things on TV.
Didn't get that channel.
Yeah,
that's the same channel that State of the Union was on, I
the
guess.
same channel.
Probably the same show.
Yeah, they were very horrible, in my opinion. In 1974, it would all come to an end. She would no longer get to date her son on the side. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh, you got to be talking about Happy Days.
I was close. The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch, okay.
It ended today. The final episode of that, as you remember, that was the very Brady Hawaiian trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which one was it? The episode where they all had lost the plans? Do y'all remember that?
To what he was building?
Some architect, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did you watch the comeback special in the 90s that they made of that? Where they put up the curtain in between Greg and I don't care who you were. That was funny. It was funny. It was funny, Greg. You really should have seen that. 1975. It was almost like a page out of the Barry Manilow book. Now, y'all, I want everybody to look at his face when I say this. Do you remember? There he is, right there. Do you remember? Have you ever been mellow?
No, I didn't get that station either.
Well, here she is. She did it there. She would go on. Olivia Newton-John. Have you ever been mellow?
Yeah. I actually had a country hit or two.
She did too. You remember Don't Play B-17? It was his song. It was our song. Yeah. Then she would go on and have several hits there.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
Wasn't hard to look at either.
No, she was an attractive lady there. Did you get that channel?
Yeah, I got that channel.
Okay.
When she got on the countryside, that other one, You Want to Be Mellow, I'm thinking about
it was Barry Manilow
or something. I don't know.
It was different.
Go ahead.
1975, and this has probably gotten a lot of men into a lot of trouble, especially those that talk in their sleep. You know, wasn't it Crystal Gale? You've been talking in your sleep?
In your sleep, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be doing that because it can get you in trouble. And Conway was just as guilty on this day because he wrote a song about it. Made a huge hit out of it because he was lying there next to his wife. And what was he doing, Greg?
Lying there with, what was it? I'm lying here with Linda.
Oh, my mind.
Yep.
Soon to be the one I left behind. Man, if that is like stout country music.
That's right.
And I've always said this in country music. You know you're an adult when you can listen to country because there's nothing that life can throw at you that you can't handle.
That's right.
And that's what country music was back in the day.
Had a story from beginning to end. A song told a story.
I mean, like when Conway sang 15 Years, where he bumps into an old friend, he's going down the street, bumps into this guy, and he brings up this woman's name, and he goes, Lord, I hope he couldn't tell. Because it's been haunting him for 15 years.
Yep.
He still loved that woman.
Yep. That's music.
That's good stuff there. Now, this was not on my radar. And I know that there's a lot of you out there that really, is the word dug it? Do they still use that word?
And I don't think they still use it.
They don't use John Denver's language far out either.
I didn't. I like Foreigner.
Name one.
Feels like the first time.
Feels like the very... Okay, maybe I do know that.
Feels like the first.
What are y'all talking about?
You're as
you
cold
heard it
as
too.
ice. Feels like the first time, cold as ice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was not my pick.
No, but I do recognize that cold as ice, yeah.
Did they do that Dirty White Boy song, You're Just a Dirty White Boy?
I can't remember if that was
Who sang
him or not.
Jukebox Hero? Just a Jukebox Hero. I heard that at a party one time.
I ain't got a
I think it
clue.
was in Clarkdale.
I ain't got a clue.
It's probably at his house.
Well, we didn't have the antenna up.
Sandy is throwing up Jukebox Hero, so apparently she
right.
was one of those
Sandy
crowds.
knows.
Yeah, she hung out with the Foreigner crowd.
No.
Yeah. All right, back to, we were talking about this. I watched the movie. It had Scott Glenn in it. And, dude, I was just blown away with it. And the soundtrack to the movie at the time was Willie. And my heroes have always been cowboys.
Man, yeah.
Was that? And you think about that. My heroes were.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon.
Oh, yeah. When we was growing up, I mean, that's what you...
The good guy, he always was a cowboy.
That's
He wore
right.
the white hat.
That's right.
Our buddy Bob said his friend was the drummer for Foreigner.
The Dirty White Boy.
Could
Well,
have
they
been.
sang Dirty White Boy.
Could have been.
Yeah, and so I was right on hearing that in the back of my mind of, okay, I did.
That wasn't an echo.
Things would come to an end today.
Yeah, I'm glad he's only on Fridays.
That's right. Oh, is today Friday?
I want to know what love is. Who's it? Anita. I want to know what love.
And I recognize that.
That was one of those smooching songs back in the day, wasn't
yeah.
it?
That was one of them belly rubbing songs.
The belly rubbing songs. I heard a story that Greg went parking one time, and of course you didn't have an automatic.
Yeah.
And you had a standard and it got knocked out of gear. Any truth to that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you don't remember that.
You don't remember it.
At my age, my memory's gone.
I
I
understand.
only remember where I parked at this morning.
1987, this show it started out with dun dun dun. How'd that music go? How did it start out?
Well, we need a little more information.
Okay, if you can hire them and you can find them.
The A-Team.
Correct.
Yeah. What's the music, the theme
How
to
did
it?
the theme music start out, Greg?
No clue.
It was distinctive. I would recognize it anywhere. But this was the last episode as Hannibal would end the show there. Yeah. Faceman, Mr. T, all of this would come to an end today.
Murdoch.
They'd have to drug Mr. T to get him on the airplane. He always woke up mid-flight.
Murdoch reminds me of Odie. You know what I mean? That's a good...
Yeah, that is a good
He's
summarization.
always smiling, having a good time.
and
no matter
it'll
what
work.
it
We
is.
can do it. Don't worry about. Come on, just follow me.
We got this.
Let's see what else happened today. Let's go back to 1990. I don't think Greg ever watched this. I only saw it as I passed through the living room occasionally. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Did you?
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, did you watch it?
Very, very little. Not one of my favorite shows.
It didn't. I couldn't identify with it.
But it was one of the first. How'd I put this? When cartoons went ugly, I guess
Yeah.
you would say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were used to Pepe Le Pew and Bugs Bunny and all that kind of stuff. And when they animated this, kind of like The Simpsons. I mean, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Again, that's
They
what we're
cross
talking.
lines.
How society has changed. It stepped out a little bit, then it stepped out a little bit further. And then there was that other one with the little short, fat guy. I couldn't watch. It was sickening.
Which one?
Come on, Odie. You usually know everything.
I'm trying to think.
The family
It was a
show.
the Family Guy or something like that.
with the
And I'm
dog
sorry,
and
it
the
just,
Melvin.
and I'm thinking, people, y'all letting your kids watch this, and you
You're
want
right.
to know what's wrong? Hello.
Beverly says she didn't let her kids watch that. And I agree with her on that.
No.
I remember this from 1993. This lady is a lady among ladies. She is such a sweet person. She's done a lot of backup on songs. One of the haunting songs, love songs, If My Heart Had Windows. Whew, that's how it all started there. If My Heart Had Windows.
Patty
Loveless. As we go back to 1993 to remember Blame It on Your Lying, Cheating, No Good Heart. Remember that?
No.
Patty, she was a sweetheart. There was another big hit during the 80s that she had.
Do you realize 1993 just does not seem like that long ago?
It doesn't.
I mean, honestly, you
I've
say,
been married-
in 93,
I've been married 3 years then.
I bought my first new truck in 93. It'd be paid for if I'd have kept it.
You're right. 93 doesn't sound that long ago. 1999, this would be a guy that was connected to history without a doubt. He was a great ball player, but he will probably be remembered for who he married one time.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't last a long time. She was famous. She was so famous she hung out with presidents on the side.
And sang to him.
Happy birthday. Joe DiMaggio passed away on today back in 99. Of course, he's the guy that was married to Marilyn there for a little while. Did you know that?
No.
No, okay. I see that didn't impress Greg.
Nah.
It just, whoop, he's done with that one. Let's see what else happened today. MASH, we all watched it.
Loved it.
Do you remember a guy named Dean Winter?
But I don't. He was goofy acting, wasn't he?
Let's see here. Let me pull up this picture. Do you remember him?
Yes, Colonel Flagg, wasn't it?
That was him. He was on there. He
Yeah.
passed away. Let me hit the right button where you can read it. He passed away in 01 on this date. Doesn't seem that long ago, but boy, that's been a while now. As we get into today's TV guide, I saw a picture of this guy 2 weeks ago, and I said, "There's no way that's him." He does not look anything like he did back in the day on this. As we remember, TV guide CSI. Do you remember that?
Horatio.
Yeah. He started out. Where was the first place you saw him in?
Horatio.
Think about this. He's thinking hard over there. And I had to go back and stare at it and pause it, and I thought, that's him. Rambo. He was one of the cops in the shower scene.
Yes, okay.
Oh, wow.
He was in that. And you have to really look to catch it there. Now,
Look, this is one of the funniest shows.
It is.
Have you ever seen it?
let's ask Greg. Back in the day when we had 3 channels, you had
24, 30, and 11.
Yep, and then you had on a
12
good day
or
you could
14.
pick up the educational channel.
I didn't get that
PBS.
channel,
PBS.
as you can tell.
This come from that, and I can tell Odie's watched it too. Do you remember a show called "Are You Being Served"?
No.
It was funny.
It's a department store.
Yeah.
And each floor was a different something, and then you had the clothing store on this one. What was the old man? His office that owned it was up on the top floor.
This was this was going up against Benny Hill. Is what this was going up against.
Yeah.
It was funny, Greg. I promise you that. But it was a British comedy and a department store of everything that went on behind the
Something
scenes.
foreign again. I
It was a
guess.
foreign show.
yeah,
It
but
was.
it was, you need to watch it.
I was watching Gilligan's Island.
They
I didn't
speak
get to
English.
see
You
it.
could understand it.
That's a
It had
talk
an
about it.
It did have an accent to it.
Colonel Peacock. That's
It was Colonel P. So
Yeah.
we have people that do remember. it.
yes.
That's 2 of y'all.
That was, see, everybody. Well, all right, now, so Austin said she had a particular name for her cat. And that was as common.
Oh, don't
That's
say
what
it.
I'm not.
Do
that's
not
what
say
they-
it.
That's what they call them over in Britain.
Yeah, but in the U.S. we
But
didn't
we
call
don't do
them that.
them now.
Move on.
Yes, sir. It's time to move on. 2009, we would lose one of these. Does a song "Help Me, I'm Falling"? Does that ring a bell?
Please help me, I'm falling.
Hank Lachlan passed away on this date back in 2009. He was a country legend for his
Oh,
day. Send me the pillow that you dream on.
And was a songwriter, too, correct?
Sure was. You do remember a thing or
Harlan
two.
Howard, Hankley, there was a group
Yeah.
of those that really turned out some hits.
This girl, she would be married to Blake Shelton for a little while, and then she'd move on to some police officer. And today they released the song "The House That Built Me." It was a pretty good little tune there. Y'all remember her?
Miranda?
Miranda Lambert. Kerosene. It was a horrible
She's
song.
pretty as a speckled pup under a putwood truck.
I have to agree with you on that one, Greg. She is.
And she's feisty, too, buddy.
Very feisty.
She is feisty.
This would be, it doesn't seem that long ago, but 2014, there's been a little bit time passed. And we would start going, where did the plane go? Where did the plane go? And this is it. It vanished today, back in 14 there. That's been a little bit while. We got to talk about Greg's etiquette. Twice you have done this to me.
What did I do now?
I walked out. We were in an establishment. I walk out. Greg's gone. Greg didn't even say goodbye. He's like gone.
I think he had a 10-100 or a 10-200
I have to go.
or something.
Sometimes I go stealth mode.
You did.
I'm gone.
You turn around to say something to Greg, and you see the truck go. Whoosh.
See,
There you
and
go.
Odie always talks about how slow I am.
You're pretty fast on that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give you
right.
credit on that.
Yeah.
Already 7:50 coming up. We've got so much more to talk about. What's going on in the neighborhoods and byways and all that. We'll be right back. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Let's talk about something we know about. Right here, Snowden and Company, when it comes time to get that home. Amanda will go above and beyond to help you in any shape, form, way. They've got so many houses to choose from. You can go online, visit them there on Facebook or to their webpage. They'll help you find the home that you're looking for. She's been in business a long time. I've known her entire life. Good people there, and they'll help you there. They do this every day. They know the ins and outs of the paperwork, what you got to do and what time to do it. The inspections, that's a lot with getting your loan. There's a lot of paperwork that deals with getting approved, and they'll shuffle all that and help you get that done in a timely manner. Get the closing taken care of. Good
And they
folks
do
there.
that. They work every day but Sunday. They don't go in Saturday, but if you call them, somebody will meet you out there. Just give them a call. Great people.
You'll find them there at Snowden and Company. Again, that number 601-453-3937. Great folks that you'll enjoy doing business with there. Good morning from Newton. We're also getting some hellos from Demopolis, Alabama.
Yeah.
Salute to y'all over there.
Thank y'all for coming in here. And we do have we just had another one come in here, so I'm going to write that one down real quick. We're going to give this mug away at the end of the show. And that's going to go to the big winner after this.
We say yesterday in Biloxi, we had someone struck by a train. Biloxi, Mississippi. Boy, that's a bad one. That came about yesterday also. Let's see here. How do y'all feel about this? This is in the Senate in Mississippi. Liquor sales 7 days a week. It's passed the House. It has now went on to the Senate. Now, what the Senate says is the way they'll do this is they'll throw it back down to each community for them to approve it for their community or not.
So here's, I'm going to go on another little odiism real quick. We brought up to allow liquor sales 7 days a week, but yet the idiots, as Greg calls them, that specialize in particular rescues, search and rescues, they go all over the state. They go all over the Southeast United States. They've been called to Tennessee to assist the FBI because they're so good. They've been called to Florida. They've been called to all these places. They train, and I mean do some hard training, and that is the task force of Mississippi that utilizes members of emergency management, fire departments across the state to come in and help. When we have to do a large area search for a child and we need to get this child found now, we make a phone call, task force comes up, people pack up their clothes, get to that scene, and they start searching until this child is found. And our great state has pulled every single dollar of support from the task force.
Okay, I have to ask, Odie, what's that got to do with liquor sales?
Because
both of us are going.
I'm lost.
Because so I'm going to do it like this. Because liquors, our congressmen,
do they have to have a little drink before they go?
are dealing with. They're worried about liquor sales, but they're not worried about the men and women who are going out and protecting.
He's
our
getting
country.
at the priorities being in the wrong place.
You're on a different page.
Well, I mean, I get what he's saying,
Not
but
really.
my opinion is.
I'm just asking, do we allow liquor sales 7 days a week? You're saying they need to focus on money where it needs to be.
You allow it
focus on what they should be focused on.
But that wasn't the question, Odie.
Throw it to the community, let the community vote on it. I mean, that's kind of like I feel about the lottery and a lot of other things. But if you think not buying liquor on Sunday's going to save you, we're not going to get on religion. I mean, but the other 6 days a week's fine. Is Sunday supposed to send you to heaven if you don't buy it? I mean,
Who cares?
I see your point on that.
That ought to be a dry county deal. You want to sell it, sell it. If you don't. That shouldn't be our state. Our state here, our government's supposed to take care of people and provide safety. And it just burns me up where they take.
You'd never
every
know
single
it.
No,
dollar.
me and Greg didn't notice.
You'd never know it.
All right, we got to interrupt for just a second. We had our first severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go here and take a look here as we look at this coming into Scott County, and on the outskirts there, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45 this morning. We're going to watch this. Those that could be affected before long, y'all be ready in Newton. This is probably going to be affecting also this is Atala as we look at this at Leake County and Scott County as it will be moving in to Neshoba and also into Newton County. Just a heads up, we're going to be watching this behind the scenes as this starts to progress across the state.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's see, there was a couple other things I thought I was going to bring up also. Anything else going to upset you there?
I hope not. If I got to read that Fox one more time, I'm going to be upset
That was
for passing me that book.
That would be a tough one there. Let's see. There was hang on here. A bunch of Jackson news that we were doing here. Cyclist was hit. That's not where I wanted to go. There was a big story there. The crawfish. This is where I was going with this because I know you're a big crawfish man.
Ooh.
They have put up a national disaster in the state of Louisiana dealing with the crawfish now because of the drought.
Yeah.
They're going to try to help the farmer there.
I got mixed feelings on that one too.
I
mean, if you're farming, you're farming. If you lose a crop, I get it. They got piles of money invested in this, but I'm not for the government bailing out. Ain't nothing wrong with helping a fella. Don't get me wrong. Something happens, your crop loss or whatever, to help someone. But how much of the money will actually go to the poor old guy that's got the farm that's losing the farm?
It's the 40 people
in between that gets their finger in the pot that I got a problem with. But yeah, I mean,
well, it's like
I
a
agree.
tornado taking your house out.
Mm-hmm.
It's your problem. I hate to say it. Your insurance is there to take care of your house.
It's not the government's responsibility.
I do agree with that statement. 100%
We're there to take care of you and make sure you are safe and help you get by. But your insurance
that's
takes
what you
care
buy
of your
for.
home, not everybody else. And the same with that. You can buy insurance on your cows. You can buy insurance on your fish. You
On
can buy
your
insurance
crop.
on your crawdads.
But I mean, how many times have we heard at a disaster? And I mean, you feel for anyone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being cold-hearted, but well, I don't have any insurance. I can't afford it. And they're standing there talking on a $1,200 phone, and I got a phone that's about 8 years old that's got duct tape on it. And I'm thinking, no, you can afford it, but your priorities is in the wrong spot.
That has a lot.
I work and I pay insurance. If something happens, that's why I have insurance.
I agree.
That's just, and I'm the same way about medical. I think I ought to be standing at the door. You got any insurance? to the back of the line. That's my opinion.
Because you paid for yours.
I'm paying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of
worked
Americans.
my whole life to pay.
I think a lot of Americans feel that way. If I pay it, and it's a thin line there.
That's
More
right.
on the way as we get this morning underway. We got a coffee mug and
Yeah, we
wedding bells.
do. I need to tell you real quick, run down this list because we got Virginia Hill 17, Melvin Burnett 74, Beth Dorman's having a birthday, Lynn and Jeff Anderson is celebrating 45 years Saturday, and Stacy Francis is having a birthday.
All right, we got more on the way.
Spring is finally here, and at Paris Kubota, we currently have just under 500 mowers in stock. Z-Series 42-inch for only $43.99 cash or around $86 a month, and we're offering free delivery and pickup. And did you know for only $4 a month, you can also add a Husqvarna handheld to your deal? We've moved to our new location, 2401 Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Stop by in and find you one of these great deals.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. All right, this is a test of the emergency broadcasting system over here, the Scotty Ray emergency. Have y'all been paying attention? AT&T went down, when was that?
Oh, just a
Tuesday,
week ago.
wasn't it?
Yeah, a week ago. Yeah. Then we had Facebook and
Oh, that was Tuesday, yeah.
And then it was the week before that AT&T phones went out. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did y'all know that yesterday we had a little issue that was Reddit? It went down. I don't use Reddit. Occasionally I'll jump over there and just see. It's kind of leans left.
What is it?
It's the same thing of like a Facebook, but it's a platform like Twitter, so to speak.
I don't get
and you
them
can
channels.
type and ask questions on it. It's a discussion board, so to speak. But it went down also. Now, you can't make me think that all this stuff isn't tied in some shape, form, or way together with some type of attack, a cyber attack.
Well, I think they're letting you know what they're capable of.
Yes,
you know what
hint.
I'm saying? I mean, everybody, again, what did I say? Well, we take stuff for granted.
There was also a government site that went down this week, and it's been mum, and I forget which one it was. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I didn't spend a lot of time reading it, but it was a government site that went down. Hello, it's been too many of these in a row.
That's right.
How do you hurt the United States? Taking out power, taking out communication.
Communications, but people, again, we take it for granted, and then they flip out when it don't work.
We
That
can
goes
live
back to
without
being
power
prepared.
as long as we have phone battery and can get on Facebook.
That's right.
Social media is what people cannot live without. If you take Facebook out for one day,
Meridian wouldn't know what's going on.
People would go absolutely crazy.
You have to go to my website, ScottyRayReport.com.
That's right.
And
YouTube.
I'm dead serious about that. If ever something goes down and you can't figure out, you can't get to it on Facebook, go to our webpage, ScottyRayReport.com. We'll have the same information duplicated there. There's a way to keep in touch. But
there's multiple ways.
But it is, we rely on this because the old way of communication is gone. It no longer exists. Everything's changed.
And I think you'll see more and more of this kind of stuff as the election approaches. And again, conspiracy theorists, I believe you will see more and more weird things. And it won't surprise me if you see another virus or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that.
People are trying to hurt our country.
They're doing, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of it's coming from people within our own country. And I hate to say it, but we got some folks that in places that don't need to be there.
I agree with that. Now, here's something that was announced yesterday, and I'm sure it's bothering a few there. as Trump gets closer and closer to the nomination, once he gets that nomination, it's going to melt some hearts there, but he will start getting the intel again of what's going on with the United States government, that only the president is privy to.
Yeah.
He will start getting that information once he gets the nomination, and we're closer to that every day, getting closer and closer. So Nikki's out. She's not going to win. I hope that wasn't who y'all were voting for.
Nope. He better get him some Alka-Seltzers when he starts getting that information. I'm just telling you. We think things are in bad shape. I think there's a lot of things we don't know. I know there's a lot of things we don't know.
On a local level, you think about what the average person doesn't know. You take it to the state level, and then you take that to the national.
That's exactly right.
I probably couldn't sleep at night if I knew all that goes on above here.
I watched an interview the other night. Was it Tommy Tuberville, this U.S. senator or something from Alabama? And he was explaining about how broke Washington is and how people think they're invest their money in Social Security, that it's just stockpiled. He said, we don't have no money. We're anymore. Broke. And we need to explain to these people how we got this way,
And they don't care as long as they keep sending checks
We
out.
keep spending money that we don't have. How can I can't go pay somebody else's bill when I can't pay for what I got. But you want to ship money to the Ukraine, and there's bleeding hearts everywhere. We got veterans sleeping in the street, dude.
Oh, boy,
Let's take care of our own. All right, I'm through. I'm sorry.
That was Odieism the other day.
Already 6 minutes after. We got to give away a coffee mug.
All right. So Sammy Miller's got a birthday, 67 years old today. So let's get over here to do our famous wheel.
Now, don't forget, Jimmy Rogers has got their benefit this weekend also. That's going to be at the Temple Ballroom. They're going to be having that. A lot of things going on. I mean, great weather after today. After this rolls out tonight, we'll be behind the scenes today throughout the nighttime hours watching this weather just for you. Let's give away that coffee mug.
Let's see what
Here
we got. And go. Number 10, Melvin Burnett, 74 years old today, gets him a mug from Scotty Ray Report and Hyundai of Meridian.
And we do get one of the comments there that's brought up, y'all need to stay on a couple hours, and we may expand in the future.
We already have, hadn't we?
Yeah, we've already crossed over the line.
I've been here a day and a half.
There's some other stuff in the works. Don't worry.
We are going to have a show that airs once a week that is coming up. It's going to be called, what did we come up with that name of that?
You asked for
Three Stooges?
Yeah.
It's just going to have the Three Stooges.
But we'll have an advice column coming up.
Between the three of us.
I can't tell you the questions that we're asked while we're out and about of it. Advice, what do you think I ought to do? And we're going to address these in a show. And we're going to start taping these and have them ready before long.
But there will be a disclaimer. We are not liable for any of the advice that we give.
Whether you use it or not.
That's right.
Smarter than the average bear. We can't thank y'all enough. Thank you for dropping by and being a part of our show. And Odie?
That's one thing that we do is we bring not only a good show, an information show to you, but we also bring a touch of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And Isaiah 41:10, fear not, I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand and bring you into everlasting life with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And all you got to do is just close your eyes and say, God, I'm a sinner. I have to do this every day. I'm a sinner. I ask you for your forgiveness. Come in my heart and lead me closer to you, because the end of our time is coming and you want to be in the one holy home. Thank y'all. We'll be back about 72 hours besides the weather that's going to be coming through this afternoon.
Thank you, Greg.
We loved you. Thank you. Have a great, great weekend.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.